Diane Small. I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. Sorry. Facebook has me all flustered today, y'all. So I tried to go live twice and it wouldn't let me. So I'm just going to tape this as a video and put the video up for you. So welcome to Diane's Designs and Boutique in Oak Harbor, Washington. I'm Diane Small, and here we love to make and sell beautiful home decor and teach you how to make your own beautiful home decor using our amazing Chalk Couture products. So we are going to make today a double-sided Halloween and fall. We're going to start out with our Halloween banner trick-or-treat kit. So you can see in the picture, how cute is that? And you get this kit that has everything you need to create this banner. So I did this in a workshop yesterday. How cute is that? And so there is our easy peasy trick-or-treat banner, but it has another side. So I thought it would be cool to make one side fall and one side Halloween, so you could just flip it around. So that's what we're going to do today. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our Give Thanks silkscreen transfer. So y'all, these are not a stencil. A stencil where it looks like there's a hole, there's an actual hole. With these, that's an actual clear silk screen that we're going to push our amazing Chalkology paste through to make a design on this piece of felt. So you can use our transfers on virtually anything that will stand still long enough for you to do it. So they are reusable 8 to 12 times. And when you're working on fabric, you don't have to do any fuzzing. You'll hear us talk about in other videos. You hear us talk about fuzzing and see us fuzzing the transfer. And we don't need to do that if we're working on a fabric, because the fabric is going to get some lint on the back so it doesn't stick too hard anyway. So I'm going to pull you guys down real close right on top so that you can see exactly what we're doing. So your trick-or-treat kit, I have created a cart link with everything you need to create this double-sided banner. And all you have to do is comment with the word Halloween, all in caps, and you will get a message in your messenger with the link to get the kit that will do exactly what we're going to do today. So this kit comes with 2 different colors of paste. You get little paste packets. You get white and you'll get orange peel, which is what we've used on the other side of this banner. But I added in another single paste packet, which is this beautiful eucalyptus green. So I thought we would use white, the orange peel, and the green, and that would make an amazing palette. You could, and it's going to go perfectly with this little tassel that's on here that looks like a candy corn, because candy corn is part of fall. So we're going to do the Give Thanks transfer. So I'm just going to pull it off the backer, and I like to write the word back on the back of the backer sheet. That way I won't be tempted to put it back on the wrong side when I get it all washed. So our transfer is washed with just plain water, no soap, just water. And then you'll put it back on the super shiny side of this backer sheet. So you'll see as I pull this off how super shiny that is. So you always want to put it back on the shiny side. They're very, very sticky, which is why you can reuse them over and over again. So I'm just going to line this up, and I'll turn it around your way as soon as I get it lined up here. I think that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to just push it down and lift it up to get the air out from under it. And we'll make sure it's down nice and tight on that felt. This is a nice heavy felt on this banner. So I'm going to turn it around toward you so you can see what we're doing here. So we're going to do a method called chalk and peel. So we're going to chalk it. Our chalk dries in about 5 to 8 minutes all on its own. And you don't want to have your paste drying in the screen. So when you're doing a lot of colors, or if you're using a really big transfer, then it's always best to use a chalk and peel method, which is what we're going to use today. So I'm going to grab a couple of squeegees and we'll get our paste colors out. Here we're going to do the leaves in the orange and the green, and we're going to do the words in white. So we'll just get these opened up. I've already pre-stirred them, so they're ready to go. So if you are using, you're going to be using little paste packets, so you'll just squeeze some of the paste out into the little color dishes. I'm just using the larger jars because I have them here and they're already open. Okay, so just as easy as this. So we're just going to kind of alternate our colors. We'll do some of the orange leaves here and there. So all I'm doing is pushing the paste through the silk screen, making sure it's all covered, and then scraping anything extra back. That looks pretty good, and we'll do our little dots, the orange also, and then we'll put in some green leaves, the real pretty green. Now this is on felt, so the felt is a little thirsty, so you'll be using a little good amount of paste on it to make sure you get really good coverage. And then I'm going to grab those little dots. Okay, and then we're going to go in with our white for the words. So I'm going to do the thanks word, and then we're going to pull this up. Moving that paste around, making sure I cover all of that open screen. And as I said, because we're working on felt, you're going to use a little more paste than you would normally, because that felt is going to really soak up that paste. And we can use paste on anything that we don't plan to wash. If we're going to wash it, like shirts or table linens or anything like that, then we would use our permanent ink. But this isn't going to be washed, so we are good to just use our paste. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling this up. You want to pull top to bottom or side to side. Look at all that beautiful detail. And I'm going to pull it up just above the thanks word that we just did. And I'm going to just give it a minute. Look at those pretty colors. Oh my gosh, I love that combination. We're just going to give this a second to dry. If you wanted to, you could use a cold blow dryer. But if you don't have a cold blow dryer, you don't want to get up too close to your transfer because you would melt it. But after I kind of let this start to dry, I'm just going to drop that, and then I'm going to push it down again in the area that I haven't chalked. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing. So I'm just going to start doing some of our leaves here and there. So I kind of push it down, pushing it through the screen, and then I get up on the tippy toe of the squeegee and scrape back anything extra. And then I think I'll go ahead and grab this one. I'm kind of doing every other one. But you could easily do groupings. That would look cute. So do one set of leaves all in the green and one group of the leaves all in the orange. So again, all you have to do if you want to grab this kit to do both sides, you can just comment with the word Halloween in the comments and you will get the link. To the whole kit. And I'm going to grab those little dots. Kind of missed those the first time. Okay, I think I got those. Now we're going to go ahead and go back with our white again. And grab our word give. And I'm being careful not to get close to my other colors. You don't want to mix your colors unless you're planning to do an ombre effect. That's always pretty. But I wanted give thanks to be nice and crisp and clear all in one color. So now I'm scraping back the extra paste, and we'll put that extra paste back in our jar. And then we're going to go ahead and pull the rest of it up. I'm just going to hold my hand down. Oh, how cute is that, you guys? Look at that. It's beautiful. I love it. Okay, so our transfers, as I said, they wash up with just plain water. So I will take this in when I'm all done to the sink. I'm going to put it back on the shiny, shiny side. I'm just going to lay it there, and then I'll take it in and wash it with just plain water, front and back. Make sure I get it all nice and clean. Then I'm going to lay it sticky side up on a towel to dry. And when it's completely dry, I'll put it back on the shiny side and back in the cellophane so it is all ready for the next use. So we'll just set that there for now. Let's get that right out of our way. And clean up our mess a little bit while give it a second to dry. I want it completely dry before I add. We're going to add a little bow to this. And you could do a bow on both sides of this. So when you have the Halloween side, you could have a Halloween bow, and then you can take that one off and put a fall bow. So I'm going to show you how I would do that. So this banner comes with this wooden dowel that goes through it. It comes with the hanger string, and it comes with the little candy corn tassel. That is all in the kit. So the only thing that you would add extra is to get you a little thing of ribbon, which you can get at any craft store, and make a little bow to go on this. So I'm just going to cover these up. We're all done with our chalk. And this is going to dry super hard. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a blow dry because I'm one of those that inevitably sticks my hands in wet paste. I just always do. So we'll just give this a little dry. Now this is our custom drying tool with Chalk Couture. So this could lay right up against a transfer and it will not melt it. It doesn't get hot enough to melt it. So this is our drying tool that makes impatient people like me very happy because it just dries it very quickly and I don't have to wait for it to dry. I can give it the assist. And you can really see, look at all the detail in those leaves. They're so pretty. So what you'll do is you'll run your string through the holes that are in the dowels and just tie a little knot. And I wrapped my little tassel around the string so it won't pull out. So that can hang, but how cute is that with that little tassel there? I just love it. So we're going to pull this up and we're going to put a bow on it. So I left as much string at the top as I could because I knew I was going to put a bow on this. So what I'm going to do is pull it up to the middle. So I'm right in the middle, and then I'm gonna just kind of walk this down together. Okay, just like that. So I have a little hole, a little loop up here, and then I'm going to cable tie that so that that little loop stays there. So I've got a little 4-inch cable tie. Again, I'm making sure that I'm in the middle so it's going to hang straight. And then I tighten that up. Okay, so now we've got, let me open this up just a little bit here. So now we've got that with our loop just like that, so it's going to hang from the loop. Okay, so now what we're going to do is grab some ribbon, and I've got 3 ribbons here. So I've got this orange and black because I wanted to bring in some black because the banner's black. And then I've got this really cool plaid that's got some white in it, which I thought would be cool. And I'm not sure I'm going to even use this one. I think that's going to be too busy. I think we're going to use just the 2 ribbons. So we don't want this bow to be huge, so I'm just going to kind of take a look at the loop size. That would probably be just about right, and that is 1, 2, 3, about 3.5 inches. And I am going to leave a little bit of a tail, so don't want it to hang down too far. We can kind of loop those up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to pinch it. Let me pull you down closer again. Then I'm going to make a 3.5-inch loop. So that's about 3.5 inches. And I'm going to pinch that. Then I'm just going to come up over the other side and make another 3.5-inch loop. Make sure that those bunny ears are the same height, and they are. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut that. And then we're going to use the orange and black. And I'm going to make these tails shorter. I'm going to lay it right on top. Pinch and then lift up my thumb. Lay that in there. Then I'm going to give it a twist. Twist it all the way around so the back side of the ribbon is showing here. And then I'm going to make this loop shorter by about 1/2 inch, so about 3-inch loop. I'm going to pinch that just like that. And then I'm going to twist it all the way around again. So I've got the ugly side here. And I'm going to make about a 3.5-inch or a 3-inch loop on this side. And I'm going to pinch that down, lift up my finger, just like that. And then we'll cut a tail over here. That's going to be cute. Cute little layered bow. Let me see if I want to add that in. I think that would be pretty. We're just gonna use one little button loop just for the middle. We're gonna put a middle loop in there. But you could go back with this same plaid again. Maybe I will. I think I'm going to. We're gonna go in again, really short tails. Lift your finger, just layer it on top, and then I'm going to twist it. I'm going to put just a tiny little loop here for the middle. Okay, just a tiny loop. And we'll pinch that down, lift my finger, put that in. To have a little middle loop. Oh yeah, that's really cute. And then we'll cut this tail short here. Now I'm going to take another 4-inch cable tie and I'm going to run that through the middle to the back. And just start tightening it down. Now I'm not going to tighten it all the way, but enough so that I can let go of it a little bit. And kind of manipulate my tails, make sure my loops are looking good. Oh, that's such a cute bow. Just like that. Oh, that's going to be so cute. Don't you think? Okay. So before I tighten it all the way, I'm going to put another cable tie in here. So I can use this little cable tie to tie it up here. Okay, so now I'm going to tighten it down all the way and we'll cut that extra off. Grab my wire cutters, cut that off. Now let's dovetail the little tails. So I'm going to fold them in half and cut from the wired edge of the ribbon down to the folded edge. So your wired edge is always your longest edge to make that really pretty detail. So we'll do that on all our little tails. And so you cut down to the middle, down to the folded edge, or up to the wired edge. Just make sure your wired edge is always your longest. Where ribbon is bent like that, make sure you cut that entire piece off. So I'm going to cut up above it, because that'll mess with your tails. So I want it to lay nice and flat. So we'll cut all that off there. And the tails don't have to be exactly perfect. Same size, I mean, same length. A little bit deeper. There we go. Okay, now let's clean up all our little tails of ribbon. All that out of the way. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that cable tie and I'm going to wrap it around. Nice and tight. I'm going to wrap it around this cable tie right here at the top, just above where that cable tie is, and I'm going to cinch that down, and that's going to put our bow way up at the top. It's going to keep it there because it can't go over the cable tie, and the little nubby, that little nubby part, I'm going to keep that toward the bow, so that way it won't scratch your wall or anything. Okay. So you can see that the nubby parts are up here by the ribbon. They're not going to be in the back. This is all smooth back here, so that way it won't scratch your paint on your walls. And then you could give these a little curl if you wanted. That would look cute. That's why I left these two a little bit longer in case I wanted to curl them. And then we'll run our fingers through there just to get that wire bending, having some movement. Get that little loop in it. Oh, how cute is that? Okay, guys. So now we have, there is our fall side. We've got our hanger. And then what we would do is just nip the cable tie, and you can still run a new one through there so you can keep your bow. And then I would put a Halloween bow on this side. So whenever you're using the fall side, and then whenever you're using the Halloween side. So again, if you love this project and you want to make this double-sided banner, just comment the word Halloween all in caps, and you will get a message to the link of this bundle that I created just for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope to be live with you on Facebook again soon when it stops acting up. And until then, you have a blessed rest.